Hello. Hello, Wahan. We're back again.
Hey, hey. Yes, it's the final.
It's the final two rounds.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be a double header, so two races. Each race pays the same point, so effectively we have two races in one day. Something that's very special today, that is the temperature. So it's 40 degrees outside, and it's not exaggeration because in real life there are also a race going on. As far as I know, they're talking about running the race at night because the daytime temperature is too high. I think the real life temperature is like 46 today. So it's a crazy setting for finale. We'll be racing at sunset, as you can see, to make it slightly easier, but not too easy. We still have the championship pretty much open. Russell Reyes with 90 points, 29 points ahead of Pratama and Moreno. So with the winner taking 25 points, as long as he can maintain this lead into round 6, the final race, he can secure the championship. And then for LLR and Jarvis Phantom, I think this is more secure for LLR, but there's still a lot of battle between the Wacos Flip Table and then Raiden Esport Racing Team, etc. And for the M Championship, Wacos have a bit of lead over Crazy Night Passion Racing, and Leo Lang had right now 32 points of lead, so almost done but not quite done yet. Erishan actually been pretty consistent and then now have 60 points, just 1 point behind the second place Jan Man. And here we also see SYM Racing Team being very close with Crazy Night Passion Racing. And actually Crazy Tech Simulus isn't that far behind with 60 points. So the first session is going to be qualifying with 20 minutes on the clock. And I think we are already starting.
Yes, it would seem so. We've already done 1 minute of qualifying, so all of the drivers are kind of halfway through the outlet. Of course, we've come to Thailand to race. We're in Southeast Asia again. As you know, here in Southeast Asia, it's quite a heat wave at this time of the year. It's very hot. It's hotter than
you wouldn't expect. I mean, you know it's gonna be hot, right? But it's just a little bit hotter every year. Well, we blame most sport for that, maybe global warming. Well, but here we are doing that in virtual world, and then we're seeing here Haywood and leading Leo Lang, leading Peter Wong and Parker Chen as a team formation. All their focus today will be on protecting Leo Lang and then make sure he back this M Driver Championship safely and maybe prematurely before round 6.
Yeah, so I guess right now we're coming towards the tail end of the season, and that means that this race will determine how the race championship will kind of determine the championship decider itself. So obviously with 2 races instead of 1 within 1 weekend, it means that drivers have the ability to influence their scores and their points and kind of get a jump where possible to move as much as possible, move up the championship tables. So yeah, this is Haywood taking on the straights and corners of Buriram, of Chang International Circuit at Buriram. And yeah, of course, this is quite a just having a look at the track map, it's quite a flat racetrack. It's kind of built in some countryside area over in central northern Thailand, I think.
It's very similar to a motorcycle track, this part especially, really flat curves. So. And then you have long corners. It's quite a short lap though for these cars, like 1 minute and 30 seconds, because it's quite a fast track. And today, by today's race distance, we'll do 2 26 lap races, which would be somewhere near 40 minutes. So 2 sprint races to set up the finale of this season.
Yep, certainly a lot for drivers to look forward to in this special weekend. Of course, with the hot track temperatures, there's something for the drivers to contend with as well. Because if you have 40 degrees air temperature, well, you can just imagine the temperature of the track surface itself is going to be quite hard on the tires, especially. So something for the drivers to take note of. Peter Wong in second at this point, still in qualifying. We're still in qualifying, and it would seem that some of the drivers most of the drivers, a good half of the drivers on the grid have set down their qualifying lap times. So we would probably see drivers, I guess, within the 133 range and onwards from there, depending on how fast the drivers are. So with this track being quite flat and also a bit like a motorcycle track, I think it's not exactly a difficult place to go racing. This track does play host to other series of racing as well, such as TCR, especially touring cars that have come here to race numerous times.
Especially my favorite, that is the Thai pickup truck series. Have you seen it? Yeah, well, it's really just like stock pickup trucks with roll cage and ties. And the commentary makes it like doubly so interesting, because the Thai commentary is like crazy. If you have time, you can go to YouTube and check out, like, I think it's Thailand Super Series or whatever. Yes, they have pickup races, they have touring cars, they have, of course, GT cars. So this is pretty much, I think, the home of Thai racing right now. And then we also have, very importantly, a Thai racing team, Overme Esports here. This is the home race, and then today we have a Startup back with us, and the GTR.
Oh yes, we do have Nissan GTR racing here. Great to see a Thai driver in his home track. Oh, a bit loose there, unfortunately. But
well, the commentator curse. Yeah, the commentator curse. And then I will see here Reyes. Reyes still qualifying right now. Behind Pratama for a bit. Rosary is actually he's now in Sepang. He's working with, I think, the Thai the MSS race. He's working with some teams in terms of data analysis, and he actually rented a rig from, I think it's actual esports. So he's now racing remotely, but see his ping is actually quite okay. And then he seems to be quite at home with this rig. He will just have to do enough to like keep the league, to just babysit that league for 2 races. And it will be enough for him to finish P4 in this race, and then he should be quite safe in terms of back in this championship.
Oh, that's amazing, and it's great that Russell Reyes is still fighting up front here in that JMX Phantom racing car, along with his friend there from Legion of Racers, Moreno Pratama, up top. So same few drivers up there. I think Luis Moreno is currently down in 5th, so that's quite interesting. We usually see him further up the grid. But Castellam in 3rd, qualifying in 3rd at this point, with I can't exactly see the lap time now, but okay, making good use of the curbs there.
Yeah. Cheslam has been the best of the rest since Long Beach. 2 very strong finish, a P4, I think a P3 and a P4 in the last 2 races. And that puts him right now P4 in the Drivers' Championship, the best of all the non-Southeast Asian drivers. So, looking good actually, the pace, you're looking at 6/10 or maybe half a second away from Pratama. Maybe there's a bit more. He's going to the pits right now. The tires are really just good for only 2 or 3 laps in this kind of temperature, because you want to set up your you want to set up your pressure so it's perfect on the 2nd lap. But then once you heat like lap 3 and lap 4, your pressure is going to get a little too high. So it's quite a different setup compared to just a race setup. The race setup is going to be a lot more conservative, a lot more slow building. The qualified setup is really just abusing what you have over 1 lap.
Yep. So drivers taking on the long stretch as well. Here at Buriram circuit, I noticed that there's like three long stretches. So you've got a main stretch and you've also got kind of like two back stretches.
Yeah, actually between T1 and T4, just 3 long straights, and then after that it's just serious corners. So the tires get a bit of time to rest on these straights, and then after this, a very slow second gear, almost a hairpin, not quite hairpin. This is where the tire really start to work, especially on the right front. And this is the only part where you can have like low on the left front. And you see here, actually, Peter Wong is kind of being held up by the cars in front a bit by the SYM GTR. So, not happy about it. But still, I mean, there's a decent 2 sectors. But he chose to bow out.
We can move into the pits to, I guess, reset the car before another qualifying run. Well, I think 20 minutes of qualifying is just nice. It's not too long. It's also not too short. You've got a decent amount of time to really put down, well, kind of push your car within a reasonable time frame to get the most out of your qualifying stint. Gary Lin in the Nissan GTR as well. I think this is probably the team from Taiwan, if I'm not wrong.
Team from Taiwan. A big crash. And then a yellow flag in the fastest corner, one of the fastest corner, not the absolute fastest. And now he's here coming from behind Brandon Wong. 2 personal best sectors, just enough to, I think, put him right now almost at the bottom end of the pro class, but you just need to find a bit more to move up 1 or 2 places. And here see him completing this lap. Quite conservative on the power.
Yeah, we've passed the halfway point of qualifying, and I think there's quite a clear divide between the drivers. Right now, it's quite clean. Most of the pro drivers are up in the top 7, and then you've got the rest in the M drivers from 8 and onwards. So it's quite a distinct division there in terms of positions. Obviously, we've also got Parkon right here in the Corvette C8 racing machine. Currently set in 18th, and yeah, he's on his out lap, so not to worry. Still got plenty of time in qualifying to set down the lap times. So so as he crosses the line, I think he'll then be prepared to start another lap, or rather to begin his time to run here at Buriram circuit. So I think this circuit, I also noticed it's in Thailand. It's designed as a grade 1 circuit, so it fulfills the length requirement as well as all of the conditions required for it to be a grade 1 circuit. Although I don't think we see much of open wheel racing here though, and that's something I've noticed.
It's true. I mean, in Thailand, I think there's not really a frequently visited sport for Formula cars. I think the dominant Formula racing series in Asia, I think, is in Formula 4, I guess, and that mostly revolves around the Middle East, like Abu Dhabi. Since the pandemic, I guess more of the cars are there, and that is, I think, the main issue of why we don't actually see much Formula racing in Buriram. Actually, the track isn't really like very frequently used. There are a few big races a few years, but I think the remoteness of the location, etc. I mean, it's quite actually. It's still a lot of capacity for the track to be a more prominent sport.
Yeah, it's like a 4-hour drive from Bangkok, I think. So it really is in quite a quiet, secluded part of Thailand. So it's a bit difficult to access the track. It's kind of like how the Istanbul circuit is like, I guess. It's quite out of the way.
Yeah.
So that's probably one of the reasons. But it's still quite a nice track to go to here at Buriram. You know, it's a place where it's not too difficult. You can be quite comfortable with your car racing here, but it also provides for some good areas for different kinds of racing. You know, slipstream racing along the straight sections, as well as some easy to manage corners, sequence of corners that where you can kind of have some good racing action. So whilst it may be a bit boring to hot lap, I think it would provide for a good racing experience when you have enough cars packed together. And I think that's a good part about racing.
32-2 from Patama. I think that's might gonna be it. With 6 minutes to go, absolute blazing lap. 32-2. I think we're expecting like 32-5s maybe, but 32-2 is, given that he has full ballast. Well, this quite an impressive lap. And also we see here Peter Wong. I think a personal best. Slightly not his best first sector, but 2/10 off in the first sector. The second and third sector is where you really lose your time, I guess. His personal best second sector, so not bad, but in front of him is both Chester Lamb. I think that's Eric Chang. Whoa, I think that's going to be a track limit abuse, and that's going to be deleted. And then we have traffic in front, so I either have to clear them right now or... Yeah. So really, not really much you can do this lap.
Yeah, it's quite a traffic situation at this point.
We're talking about Buriram. I mean, Buriram does have like a football team, as I know. Yeah?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's nearby the track actually. And it's like the whole Buriram city is funded by a royal family or something like that.
I think they're funded by Chang beer. I think.
Chang beer, yeah.
The company. Yeah, it's big in Thailand. It's very big in
Thailand. Yeah. Chang beer. We also have Chang beer in Hong Kong. So it's exported. Yes. Yeah, literally elephant beer in Hong Kong.
Nice.
Nice. Quite.
I haven't tried Chang beer. I think I should try it when I have time. Drink responsibly.
Drink when you're sim racing, not real racing.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so there's also a lot of big Thai families in real racing. The Serenity that I know of. There's also, I think it's I'm not sure. Do you know where Johor is?
Johor?
Yeah, Johor.
Johor is the closest part of Malaysia to Singapore. I can see Johor from my apartment.
Yeah, so another one that I know is the Prince of Johor, who races many years in the Asian circle, also very competitively. So a better second sector, but not really the fastest third sector. He's still fifth, so he's still, let me see. He's only 40th of a second off Chester Lamb's time, so that's actually pretty decent for both Peter Wong and Paco Chen. And then Liu Leung is actually still in the lead in terms of the M battle, so that's reassuring to have the qualifying pace to start with. And we see people like going out and in of the server to reset a connection. So we have Alex Lee here today for actually Eric Chen isn't here today, so really so today is only really gonna be between Janman and Liu Leung. Alex Lee actually I think isn't too far off in the points. If you can get two finishes quite high up, like podium finish, he might actually catch Eric Chen for this race.
Yeah, hopefully. So we've got about just over 2 minutes of time left in qualifying, and all of the drivers, I think all of the drivers who are out there, most of the drivers have already set down their lap times. So the window of opportunity is closing, and I think just or maybe perhaps some of the drivers, they've already set their lap times, but they've gone back to the pits and they've come out again to set more qualifying lap times. So aside from that, I think all the positions as they stand right now, they're kind of it's kind of set there already. Moreno Pratama and Luis Moreno, both drivers from Legion of Racers, they're kind of where they belong, to be honest. along with Russell Reyes in the top 3. So these are the drivers that we would expect to kind of take the race start by storm later on once the race begins, and we would then be in for a good show here in Thailand. But between then and now, it's just about 1 minute or so of qualifying left, and we'll see if the drivers are able to kind of push for the final for the final runs. So this is Luis Moreno, who I think he has a 132.4.8 at this point. And I think right now his time to beat will be a 132.2 if he wants to go for a run for pole position. So let's see if he's going to be able to do that. So Luis Moreno, upon what would seem to be the final backstretch, the final stretch before the final corner, he will come across the start-finish line and unfortunately not able to beat the lap time of Moreno Pratama. So Luis Moreno will continue to sit down in second.
Now with both the League of Racing cars on the same points, there isn't really incentive for prioritizing it one driver over another. But Pratama has slightly more ballast, so his tire wear and tire temperature might be slightly worse. I'm not sure how they're gonna plan out the strategy at the start, but one driver would pretty much have to cover up Russell Reyes and Forever to go for the victory. And if they can come back with the qualifying position, Russell Reyes will have 105 points with Pratama with 86, so pretty much still open the championship. Obviously here, Luis has a final attack with a purple sector 2, and then let's go on board with him actually, see how he does it. Oh, actually that doesn't look too good on that corner. A bit of understeer on that corner.
Yeah, this part of the track does seem to invite quite a bit of understeer. I noticed that racing here at Buriram, the corners are quite off-camber, so that is one of the challenges of racing here in Thailand. So around the final corner comes Luis Moreno once again. Yeah, that's Luis Moreno. Don't have a visual of the lap time, but I think he's probably done his best and will continue to sit in second.
Yep, so we still have Paco Chen, personal best sector 2. That looks quite tidy. Not really faster than anything the cars in front can pull though. So in front of him is Peter Wong. And here notice Paco Chen isn't really using the... I think he's spelling into bits. Along with what I think is Leola.
So most of the drivers completing their qualifying runs. I think Brendan is probably also on his way towards the finish of qualifying, and that would... Yeah, that's Brendan Wong who's out making his final moves right now. This would seem to be the final sector of the circuit. Oh, okay, I think he's probably built from the qualifying lap.
Well, so we have round 5 and round 6 all together. Each race is going to be 26 laps, and then the grid for race 2 will be decided by the result of race 1. So there's incentive to complete the race. Then again, the winner got $4,100, so we'll be deciding that today, and then hopefully send it out quite soon. There will be no mandatory pit stops this time. This just a straight 20 laps, 6 lap fight. And again, the time of day is sunset. The track is not really cooling yet, so it's still like season hot. And then we see the cars struggle for 26 laps. The dynamics might change a lot comparing qualifying to race, because the way that people set up their cars and the way that the driving styles change a lot. Some people are good at preserving tires, some are good at switching on tires. And we'll see that people who can rotate the cars without relying too much on the front end, here being, I guess, more successful, hopefully.
Absolutely, yeah. I think certainly with the way that this track is, I think with the corners being off camber, if you rely too much on your front end, you will wear your tires out a bit faster than usual. So we are going to go for race 1, 26 laps of racing here at Buriram. So that's going to be quite a duration of a race indeed.
Yeah, I mean, 40 minutes is shorter than our usual races, and without the mandatory pit stops, actually should go quite quick. But at the same time, there's 2 races, which give us a good look at our grid again this time. We will be returning to the GT races until next year, so it's a good chance to look at all the beautiful cars, all the exquisite machineries that we can't afford in real life, but we can pretty much enjoy it in sim racing. And here we see the Waco's actually it's a very special metallic blue.
Yeah,
very special.
Really nice.
Blue. Yeah. And then here also have the no pace racing cars with actually another very metallic green on white. So Brandon actually today doing quite well. I mean, at least comfortably in front of the M class. And then we have the M class leader Leo Lang. So smooth sailing. He's been quite consistent this year, to be and a bit lucky, I would say. All the tracks are iRacing tracks that he knew. So this is kind of a new experience, but he is doing enough to stay in front of his main arch rival, which is Jan Man over here. So Jan Man is P2 with a off chance. If he doesn't catch Leo Lang and decrease the gap this round, the championship is pretty much done. Well, I mean, just go hard or go home time. And then we have at third place Alex Lee, 777 with the taxi of Melbourne. And then Haywood here with P4 in M class. His smaller pace is okay, but his driving style isn't really suitable for high tire wear or demanding tire low circuits. So, well, whether he survived this the whole 26 laps is another thing. So here we have those two with his pal Gary Lean, the 2 GDRs, and then we have Nixon Law here, slightly less impressive than his teammate. And then we have the first of the CKK racing team cars as Eric Chang, and then we have Mustafa, and then we have Andrew Wong, his teammate, and then we have the last of the Overme E sports car with the Corvette of Pacon. So actually Pacon had his driver cam on early in the race, in practice, and his setup looks, he has a Mosa setup, I see. So his setup actually looks quite impressive. And you see here we're looking directly into the sunset. That will be the view they're looking at down the main straight. So a bit of a blindness, sun blindness there. And then we see here wide open Buriram countryside. Yeah, don't let the sunset fool you. The heat in Thailand is insane. The heat is seriously, it's the kind of heat that gets to your head. You know, it fries your brain and. Yeah. Even in Hong Kong, the heat has been crazy. Even though it's been it's been raining, but as soon as it stopped raining, it's like it's like sauna, and wow. Yes. I mean, so well, get used to it. It's only gonna be like hotter each year.
Yeah. So well, at least you guys have cool seasons. You know, certain months of the year.
Like
just a good thing.
Like 3 weeks, right? So big banner. Thanks for all the teams to join us this year. And only 17 seconds to go. So let's go to the grid. So 2 cars. Take a look at. Yeah, Leisure races 1 and 2. Pretty much the plan. Ooh, there's a quick light. So a bit caught off guard though. You see here, Moreno a bit caught off guard by how quick the light goes, and then Russell Reyes is the loser compared to Chester Lamb. So Chester Lamb has grabbed that third place, and then Russell Reyes is actually deep in traffic right now. He's trying to protect his inside, and then, well, actually, Pratama is gone. So we're looking at this. Peter Wong is in front of Russell Reyes. We don't have brake temperature in the first lap, so there's a switchback. There's a switchback and then a good run. I think a good run down the second straight. And then here you see Russell Reyes protecting the inside, but then at the same time, whoa, Peter Wong is all legs blazing, and then you get 3 chances of like track cuts or track limits, and then you get a drive-through penalty afterwards. It might be a good time to abuse that right now.
Abuse it when you can.
yeah. This is where you get the. But pretty much when you get a drive-through, your race is done, right? So you have to use that very, very wisely. And then behind them we see, whoa, is that Liu Lang being tapped by Jan-Man? I think that is Liu Lang being tapped by Jan-Man. So Liu Lang has a big off, and big off.
Oh, so the other car's having an off as well. That Nissan GTR also having a loose rear end there.
But the good thing is, with the grid not being like super thick, Liu Lang has time to get back up the order in this 25 remaining laps. And then see here, so what can Hayward do? Hayward is trying to hunt down Jan-Man and make sure Jan-Man doesn't get the maximum points. That's his job. Whether he survived this 26 lap isn't really the main thing here. He just have to catch Jan-Man and then keep him occupied. And then maybe even the cars in front, that is Paco Chang, can help out a bit because they're quite secure in the Pro Championship. And right here we're seeing Chester Lamb again hustling Moreno like we see in the last few races. Chester has a bit of streak going on, hunting down Moreno, and his car being slightly lighter. I think his 4th last race, and compared to Moreno's 2nd, he have 8 kilograms of advantage in terms of ballast, which is not much, but here every bit counts. And you see here Russell Reyes behind him is Peter Wong, actually quite comfortably following the pace of the cars in front. And then we see here Jan-Man, Hayward, everyone just kind of following in the same pace. So we're looking at here, Liu Lang, what can he do? He just has to calm down and then pass the cars in front one by one. We see him being tapped by Jan-Man, and then he got caught by one of the cars that was following him in the pack. So we see a front end damage, possibly some understeer, but that's all you can do really. You can just keep rolling and then hope your natural pace is enough to make the difference. But now we see here Gary Lin actually much more healthy car. Gary Lin has a much more healthy car, and then Gary Lin actually is not that far off in terms of pace wise. So that's got to be trouble, but hopefully they understand the task. They both have to score points for the teams, and then clearing the cars like CKK and Mustafa is the absolute minimum. So you see here the 2 CKK cars in front fighting among themselves. So he's Russell Reyes right now is in 4th, and what that means is that it's only gonna be 12 points. Yeah.
Bit of defending there. Between what appears to be those two and Alex in front there. We still have Nixon at this point. Contact between the Lexus and the Nissan GTR. So that's an unfortunate incident there.
Yep.
Hey,
kind of unfortunate, but also kind of expected. Judging by what we see in the earlier races, actually when the 2 Lexus cars are together, that's more dangerous for some reason.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure the communication between the teammates are really the top priority for them. And then we see here Liu Lang and then Gary Lin both passing Pacon, and they're all making slow progress towards the front. And see here Gary Lin kind of is actually being held back by Liu Lang a bit on the fast step because Liu Lang losing too much front downforce. And then in that side you can see Andrew Wong, who had not practiced. He confessed to me he had not practiced before the race. And then Eric Chang did a bit of practice, but not really gelling with the car. And then we have Alex Lee and Nixon both have a bit of damage from the contact that we see. So here, Andrew Wong taking a really shallow line, spinning.
Oh,
well,
in the wall.
I think that's Eric Chang actually in the wall. Yeah,
Oh,
Eric
right.
Chang. Again, he probably need a bit more TC. That's my only suggestion. So we have here Leo Lang still making progress. Andrew in the front. And where's German? What is German doing? Why is German gone? Why is German gone? Why? Well, I mean, the thing is, if he can rejoin the server and start, actually, he can start from pit lane and actually potentially get some points. But I can't really see any reason that German has run into mistakes, traffic or whatever, because he is quite far behind Brandon Wong or Paco Chen, but at the same time, he's quite far in front of Nixon. So we are seeing now the M class second place battle.
Middle side by side again. Oh,
these cars
the
are
fake Lexus.
These cars are tough, but not that tough.
Yes.
Yes. And these are quite delicate racing machines. And then we see here the cars in front doing good pace, 133, 6, 138. Also, all the front cars are doing 33s with a full tank of fuel. So here we see actually Russell Reyes is doing his part to get back to P3, because right now he's only have, with this finishing order, he's only have 105 points compared to...
Okay, let's see. Russell Reyes making the move on Chester Lam along the inside. So Chester Lam has been doing such a great job defending his third position, but we'll see how long more can Chester Lam defend his third and resist Russell Reyes, who's coming up hot in fourth position. So yeah, certainly very experienced driver is Russell Reyes, and I think he will probably try to find, as much as possible, try to find an opportunity past Chester Lam within however long it's required to take. So here at Buriram, of course, overtaking is not too difficult, but the corners are quite off camber, so that's something to be to take note of. Yep, a bit of braking there on the right-hander. Well, actually, this Buriram circuit it seems to be quite nice to drive on. I think it'll be quite a good experience to race here.
Yeah, definitely. Because actually, I think in this cab cars, when you can almost go flat out, it's a very good experience.
Yeah, I would like to see Formula One cars come here to race one day. It's a great one. It's a great one, so you can do it. Yeah. But I think it'll be quite a fast track.
It also have those kind of really nasty flat curves that is actually quite damaging if you go for it. So I'm not quite sure if that's really the... Well, I mean, it may take a few tries, like drain covers and, peeling. So let's see if this works, right? Okay, yeah, this works. So we have a live standing with our supercomputer. Russell Reyes right now 105, in front of Pratama 86, in front of Moreno, which is 79, and we almost see Russell Reyes throwing that points away, almost spinning there. And you see actually Peter Wong and Paco Chen are actually not far behind. So this is not safe at all. And then right now we have Leo Lang 101 points in front of Janman. So unless Janman come back in the server and then make some difference, the M championship will be Leo Lang's with quite a big margin. So yeah, very proud to be able to provide live scoring with very simple methods.
Very nice.
We are not doing like a Fox TV kind of production here, but we do our best. We do our best.
Yeah, the data analytics sponsored by AWS. I think some series do that.
The drivers. Some people will say we can't watch with YouTube. There's something wrong with the YouTube server. Unfortunately, it's not really on our end, but for some reason the YouTube server can't pick up whatever the signal is. So Facebook is what it is. Let's go one more time, and then we'll see here Russell Reyes. He doesn't have to risk it all, really. There's enough of a margin. He still have 21 points of a margin. And then if he can keep finishing P4, this is going to be his championship. But at the same time, you don't want it to be too lax, because behind him, Peter Wong, only 1 second. And then 3 seconds is Paco Chen. And Brandon Wong is a bit further away. But if you get a nasty spin, a lot of cars are going to pass. So here I also see... Actually, Hayward is doing quite well for himself. So he's been running it really clear. What he have to do right now is drive conservatively. Do Alonso, maybe do Alonso, do a Jensen Button, and then make sure your car comes back with good times.
If Haywood can perhaps make an overtake on Brendan Wong and keep himself there, I think he would then be able to better secure his class lead. You know, that could be something to try, but it's not it's going to be a bit risky to do that. Russell Reyes continues to sit in fourth, still behind Chesterlam, but really you can kind of feel the tension building up. Well, it's been building up for quite a couple of laps already, but the tension continues to build here. Russell Reyes still in fourth. They're trying to close that gap with Chesterlam ever so slightly. So next couple of corners would they come, and yeah, I think the fact that these corners don't have any positive camber makes it a bit hard to turn. Flashing headlights. Okay, so I think Russell Reyes would want to think of a move at this point. So I think this seems to be turn 1. Yep, making the move into turn 1.
Yeah. So we're used to seeing Russell Reyes being very dominant and then like winning quite easily, but now we see he's actually have to work for it. And Jesse Chester looks like a bit more mature, and you don't really see him go offline to cover up Russell Reyes. Again,
a bit off track.
Very, very, very risky. There's TC in this car, but the TC is not perfect. So if you get the balance on the chassis, on the grass, and then everything can go wrong. And see, Peter Wong here is... Peter Wong's kind of looking like he's chilling. He's just waiting for stuff to go wrong. And then, yes, make sure you don't hit those track limits. If they hit the track limits, get penalized, we see it in race control. And then we have a grand laugh about it. I see here, Peter Wong running a bit wider. So, but if you don't if you don't actually gain time, it's not really an offense. It only counts if you have like a mini sector that is faster than your best, and you also cut the track. So, but better be safe than sorry here. Whoa, actually Peter Wong's really, really, I think a bit fight student. He looks a bit interested. And take a step out of Russell Reyes P4. Yeah,
so, well, you know, we're still not even near the halfway point of the race, but already, we're still not even halfway point of the race. So I think there's still plenty of time.
Yeah, we're 1/3 in, so it's decent lane. So I think right about when it gets interesting, it should be about where it ends. And
what wheel is that?
Oh, that is the...
I can't tell what wheel it is.
DD Pro with a Porsche endurance module. That looks like it.
I see. Okay.
All I care about is a blue curtain and the blue pillow.
Wow. Nice.
And then he also has a AC ducting running right through his window. You see it on the top right corner.
Very, very Hong Kong style of the house.
Yeah. Extra. Oh, so Andrew Wong has a drive-through for cutting, so he already has get up 3 off-track penalties and 9 laps. That's going to be a record. Yep, so final race of the season. Hopefully he don't pick up also a Stava also has taken a driver penalty. So hopefully they don't also get a pit lane speed penalty for doing your drive-through. Russell Ray doesn't look like he has too much in the tank in terms of leapfrogging Chesterland, but we see some cars in front that is being lapped. I mean, those are the cars that came up from the pit lane. And well, this is a wide track, but at the same time, there isn't too much in terms of alternative racing lines. So here we see 2 teammates fighting. Andrew Wong, who had not practiced and had taken I don't think he had taken his drive-through yet. It's just I think he's going to do it in these few laps. And then Eric Chang here, well, protecting honor for chicken kart racing against
yeah, good job there. Good job defending the Yeah, that. So those two continues. He's in the, I think he's, is that Nissan or Lexus? Yeah, those two probably in the Nissan. Set behind Alex Lee in the Lexus. So the battle continues here as well.
Yep.
The fight up front in the M class also. Taking on these corners here. You know, I'm just curious because I've not actually driven here at Buriram before.
Yep.
Although I have seen the track. And it's a place that I would love to visit if I have the chance to. It would seem like quite a fast track. So I think if we're doing races with long duration here, I think it kind of feels a bit like Le Mans, right? You kind of, the average speed of the track is quite fast, and then you've got quite a lot of long stretches, and also you've got fast corners. So I think
it's quite easy track because there really is only one line, and then once you're in the rhythm, once you're in the right line, it kind of comes to you. So it's not really it's not a stop-start track, except I think turn 2, which is a double apex kind of a hairpin. That is quite difficult if you're like if your visual is not perfect, if you only have like one monitor. But
yes.
Whoa! We look at something else here. We look at Russell Reyes, and then
okay, some overtaking action happening there. I think that's lap traffic that they're clearing.
There's lap traffic that clear, and then Peter Wong right now is right on the behind of Russell Reyes. So actually, it's quite interesting to see seeing Russell Reyes further down the order. So Russell Chesterland has left the door open there, but he had a switchback opportunity, and he's going to take it. So they go a little bit out of that. Oh, that's the nice exchange of positions. And then all at the same time, Peter Wong is looking at, whoa, what happened? Oh, okay, well, nothing. Just a hiccup in a ping, and then another switchback by Chesterland, but this time it's a slow enough corner that Russell Reyes has been able to park it on the apex and then stop Chesterland from taking a very good exit. So right now the road has changed, but it seems that Chesterland actually has the pace to keep up with Reyes and even a bit more. So he might mount an attack right away. And then see here Reyes doing a slightly more conservative entry point, which means his exit out of this corner is going to be slightly slower. And then we see Chesterland taking the switchback.
Oh, right.
We get slipstream, we gotta run it down his wing, and then we have here also Peter Wong trying to just get a clear look of the corner in front.
Wow, okay, defensive move there. Russell Reyes, his newfound third position, he wants
one move is all he can do, and then he get back to the race line. There's one move, that's nice. And then he have a slower second gear corner. If you get a clean exit here, the next two corners should be quite easy because it is flat third gear corners. Until we hit this right-hander, which is a slight lift in third gear. Well, it's quite interesting. It's a very good watch. I mean, this is like real life. And then we have to jump to second gear. Yeah, check second gear, and then make sure you get a clean exit. Whoa, actually, Russell Reyes seems to have gotten this position quite secured. And right now we're looking at Peter Wong versus actually Chesterland.
Well, what can I say? This track gives you such great racing. And Russell Reyes continues to defend his race lead. A bit of a deep line by Chesterland there, so that was unfortunate. Line into the final corner. And that kind of means that Peter Wong is going to be able to find an opportunity there. So into turn 1, there comes Peter Wong along the inside of Chesterland. Made the move into turn 1, and now I think it would be Peter Wong who takes 4th from Chester Lam. So unfortunately, Lam has lost 2 positions in a matter of like 3 laps, but it was a hard-fought battle nonetheless. So now we're coming into the very blind hairpin. So Chester Lam has the inside line, Peter Wong has the outside. So would Chester Lam be able to make this work for him to regain that position? They're now neck and neck, going side by side, drag racing down this long stretch here. Of course, both of them set behind Russell Reyes, but who's going to edge this out? Because we're coming to this fast left-hander, almost full throttle, I believe.
Yeah, this corner is a 200 kilometers corner in the 4th gear, almost flat. So Parkour has another driver for cutting the track. So we're looking at another driver who is going to be losing out. So right now we're jetpack on Leo Lam's progress. Leo Lam is right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7th in M class, and he's on the back of Garrison still. So we're looking at here, Peter Wong seems to have cleared Chesterland. Chesterland, is he suffering a bit from the tire heat? Do you think so? his pace does look to be dropped a bit.
Yeah, I think
Quite dramatically,
maybe.
yeah.
I think it's starting to seep in the attrition, the fatigue at this point. Of course, when you're racing at a hot track, you can feel the degradation in your grip, in your tires, and sometimes that's quite a problem. Especially if you want to stay focused. But because your tires are wearing off, you have to constantly change your lines. You have to constantly reduce your speed. You can no longer take as much speed through the corners as possible, and that is sometimes the more difficult thing to handle as a race progresses. So of course, the good thing is this is a 40-minute race. Although there are two 40-minute races, it's just a 40-minute race and not like a 55 or 60-minute race. So I guess the full effects of tire wear won't be that severe. There won't be that final part where your tires really fall off. But still a challenge nonetheless at a hot place like this, like Buriram in like April, May of 2024. So the drivers will have to, as much as possible, hold it well together to get as good as a result as possible. So that high-speed run down the left-hander turn 4, fast corner indeed. Sometimes it'll be nice to perhaps have an onboard of drivers taking that corner later on. But Parko-chan, this is Parko-chan right now in 6th position. Yeah. I think if this goes on,
quite likely for 5th.
Yeah,
he has been away from the trouble in the front, and both Cheslem and Peter Wong had a bit of a scuffle, so they have slight damage. And here is Parko-chan with nothing to worry in the world, and then quite a healthy car. So probably he's looking at P5 and then maybe potentially P4, maybe, because Reyes isn't actually pulling away from Peter Wong that rapidly. He's doing a 33.8. While the car behind the 34 flat, and then Parko wants to 33.9. So actually the pace is kind of similar.
Yeah, indeed. So this is Eric, currently in 12th position. So with the Bentley, I think in the first couple of rounds of this season we saw quite a few Bentley machines, but right now I think it's just Eric and Andrew with Bentley. Yeah.
A lot of them are in finance or similar like jobs. And this is like peak season. It's just an unfortunate thing about like driver who has to work.
Yes.
Sometimes it just doesn't work out for them. But we see Leon has taken the pit stop for some reason. Not sure why. And then those two has do a drive through. So those two have hit the track limit, and then he's gonna give up the second place to Alex Lee quite soon. And then I'm not sure why Leo Leung has pitted, but he's still scoring points compared to Jamin, who is out of the race. So here's Duxiu. Behind him, actually, Alex Lee has been like kind of keeping within the same distance. And then right now, Alex, we gotta say a thank you, and then I'll just grab that podium pace from you.
Yeah, so those two continues. Yeah, I think the life of a banker in Hong Kong and Singapore is not easy. Long working hours.
Long working hours, no life for Philippines, but then you're set for life. Well, that used to be the that used to be the dream, right? But it seems that even for the investment banker, it hasn't been that easy. Massive layoffs, and then people have to relocate to Dubai. A lot of people have been relocated to Dubai.
I noticed, a lot of finance a lot of it is in Dubai now, and I think one of the reasons is because Dubai they're willing to do things that European finance or like the Western finance institutions that they don't dare to do, but those banks in Dubai
mainly let's bypassing sanctions and all that. So
there we go. Yeah.
Well, Hong Kong might be a future center for this, but right now it's Dubai, so we'll keep the money rolling in Dubai for a few years. So right now we're looking at those two. He's not taking his pit stop yet, but he's going to do it in a few laps. He has a maximum of 3 laps to do it. And then we look at here, Gary Lin on pace. He got to pass Eric Chang on pace, I think. And then behind him actually is the race leader. Yeah, Pratamon, number 19, is the race leader. He's got to lap all of them. He started lapping the cars from P12 down and then Eric Chang has let both of them pass. And here you see, actually the gap between the third place actually has been quite stable. I mean, we'll get like a few car lengths between Reyes, Peter Wong, Chester Lam, and also Parker Chan. Actually, Parker Chan not too far off, 1.2 seconds from this fight. So there's kind of like a slow cooking battle, but we don't actually have a lot of laps left. We only have 9 laps left, so that's a good thing about this shorter race. It's gonna get good just about when it gets too long. And then we have another race, another start with this grid position, and then we have our champions. So right now we don't have the championship in Procast decided, but I think at this stage M class will go to Liu Lang, and then also go to Wacos Fifth Labor Racing with a race with a win from Haywood Che. Actually, I'm gonna do quick math here. If Haywood wins this race, it's gonna be 25 points for him, and that will put him actually 71 points, which is gonna put him P2 in the driver's standing. So Waco's got a good half of the points here, sticking it to the end, and then making sure the team works smoothly. So actually, a bad exit here. Still a 33.8. So all the cars doing 33, 33.9, 33.8. Very stable lap time. Mustafa have another. This is the second. A dreadful penalty. I'm not sure about the first one. Which means, well, everyone gets a lift. So here, I think those two is gonna take his pit stop this lap, right? Or else he's not gonna make it.
Perhaps.
Hopefully,
yeah, I think
hopefully he'll remember that he has a. If he doesn't remember, it's gonna be DNF. Disqualified for not taking the drive through, so those two has forgot that he had it, so he's got black flag. He saw black flag. I think he saw black flag, and he's gonna drive back to the pits. Well,
last thing you want to see is a black flag.
Yeah, it's quite sad. Could be a podium. Could have, should have, would have, but right now the Lexus are the two cars that is gonna be on the podium. And just look back at this. 1.5 seconds between the cars. Peter Wong, Russell Reyes, and then Parker Chan. And then Parker Chan is kind of closer to Chester Lam. Actually, I think we can stay with Parker Chan for a bit, just to watch the onboard. So a very slow second kick corner. You want to cut the apex quite early and then stable on the power. The first corner actually is you want to take a bit of the runoff at the entry to make a wide turn in, a short apex, and then you run wide to the left. Make sure you don't hit the track limit. And then the next corner is actually quite tricky. You want to brake around 150, I think, and then you point it kind of in the middle, not at the apex, but in the middle, and then you swing back in, and then here is actually turn a bit early. So you see getting out in second and third, and you hit fourth, and then you're gonna hit the fastest corner on the whole track. That is 200 plus, almost flat. And so using all the runoff here, slight lift, no understeer, and then pum down to second. Grab the early apex. Make sure you're on the power whole way, second and third. A bit of understeer here, and then here a switch, also in third gear. You accelerate all the way to fourth, and then here you have to just put it down to third again. Whoa. A bit too aggressively. And then here is a second. You get long-ish corner until you can get a good traction exit, and then up to fourth again to the last corner. So this sector is actually going back quite quickly, but you see, if you put the wheel wrong, you put the wheel on the glass or put the wheel on the slippy stuff, that can cost you a lot.
Yeah, well, good thing that these GT cars, they're more stable than Formula 1 cars, so I think they won't really lose grip too easily, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah. We're down to 6 laps of racing left to go for the first of, rather, race 5 of this season, the first of 2 races tonight here at Buriram. And yeah, I think the drivers seem to have settled in well. Chester Lam is in 5th, so great run by Chester all race long still to hold on to as much ground as he could possibly. But I think Paco Chan is now, well, he's in 6th, so he's probably going to try to find as much as an opportunity as possible to give Chester Lam a run for his money. So yeah, as they come down this 3rd straight here at Buriram, continuing on. I kind of like turn 4 a lot. You know, you can fly your car very very quickly through this corner. Yeah, I would love to try this track soon, man.
Yeah, in real life, yeah, really. If you have a slightly just like a Formula car, if you can do it in like 160 excess, it's gonna be the most exciting thing you have to do in your entire life. So here also a quick check in the championship. Leo Lang 101 in front of Haywood, that's 71 points, and in front of German 61. And then in terms of the Pro Championship, Russell Reyes still has a quite healthy P3 so far, so he's gonna be 19 points in front of Pratama. 19 points is the difference between 1st and I think 7th. So I think his chance is still quite good.
Yeah, I think, okay, now this is probably going to come to fruition. Paco Chan giving Chester Lam I think Chester is probably a bit fatigued mentally, but there's still a race too later on, so, you know, you gotta stay strong there.
Yeah, see here, Paco Chan, Brandon Wong has got a stop-go penalty 10 seconds for speeding in the pits. So I think that's from a result of first a track cut penalty, and then they get a speeding penalty, and you see here, Paco Chan has the better momentum and the better pace, and you see in front is one of the CKK cars and Eric Chan. So you see here Paco Chan is a better line using but don't take too much. Yeah. Those curves look flat, but there's a sharper back edge. So if you go too wide and you come back in and you hit it in the wrong angle, that's gonna hurt you a bit. But here you see both cars clearing Eric Chan quite easily, and then we have Popcorn in front. One of the home team, Thai home team. Well, we see here Chester taking tighter line, sacrificing a bit of the entry speed, but both cars passing safely. Very good conduct from the lap cars here so far. And then I think this fight is gonna. Well, we're still 4 laps only 4 laps. So only 4 laps to go. This is gonna be the fight. And that means whether that actually kind of affects whether Peter Wong can leapfrog Chester Lam in terms of points, because the two are quite close on the table still. If you're looking at this kind of position with Peter Wong in P4, that is Peter Wong with 12 points. And then Chester Lam with 10 points. We're looking at a difference of 51 to 42 points, so 9 points between Chester Lam and Peter Wong still. So Paco Chan will be very motivated to just grab a few points off Chester Lam still. And here Peter Wong has also some motivation to catch Russell Reyes, or even maybe do something, but Russell Reyes seems to be kind of in cruising mode, in tire saving mode, just to make sure his tires can last to the end. So here Alex Lee has passed Brandon Wong, who has taken a stop and go penalty. So Brandon Wong will drop quite far down. Eric Chan has another drive-through penalty for cutting. I'm not really keeping track of how much penalty everyone got. Some people seem to have gotten more than one. That's my impression. And here you see Alex Lee in P2. Yeah, this might be the race where they finally both got a podium.
Yeah, we'll definitely see about that. Okay. Oh,
I don't want to curse them too. We don't curse them too much, so we're gonna pan the camera another way.
Yes. Okay, Peter Wong continues to fight in 4th, and Russell Reyes has cleared up into 3rd position. Well, I think Peter Wong has cleared Chester Lam by quite a gap. I think that seems to be a 4.5 second gap between Peter Wong and Chester Lam. So yeah, it's quite a good buffer right there. We've got 3 laps of racing to go here at Buriram, and I just kind of wonder how the driver's going to transition to the next race, because they've done a 40-minute lap race here and they have to bring about the same level of energy, the same amount of focus, and perhaps the same set of expectations over to the second of two races later on. I think the second race is going to be where we'll see the stronger drivers actually stand out more. Being fast is one thing, but being able to handle two 40-minute races is another.
I mean, a lot of them does like endurance races, so it should be quite almost, I wouldn't say easy, but they know what to expect in the first race, and then they're pretty much like just copy and pasting what they do in last race almost. So hopefully it should be straightforward. The grid stays largely similar to last race, except Brandon Wong being a bit behind and among the M class. So maybe the start will be slightly chaotic. We only have 2 laps to go, and then, well, I'm still rooting for Paco Chen to get a bit of a move on towards Cheslem, and then also Peter Wong against Russell Reyes. But the gap is steadily about 1 second, 1 or so seconds. We're looking at not really a very nobody is like really overdriving at this stage, so we can look at the on board once again with Paco Chen. You can see here he takes a bit more curve at the entry. Obviously he must be very confident in the car's ability to ride the curve, and that will gain him just a little bit over Chesterland. I really like the tarmac on this track as well. It was really smooth.
Yeah, very smooth. Yeah, it's not easy to come by. Like some of the great tracks in the world, they do have quite bumpy racing surfaces, but with a smooth track, it's quite refreshing. It really kind of makes things that much more pleasant, especially when you're in a long race.
Yeah, when you're looking at it, you look at flat curves, and then you have like very like good visibility, and you have the sun baking the track surface. It makes it slightly more picturesque and then slightly less stressful. So we have Brandon Wrong again in the pits. Brandon Wrong is at the pits again for I'm not sure what reason. He's in the pit stop. And well, I just noted we haven't really talked about the leaders, which is Moreno Pertama. Again, since he like victored over Russell Reyes in the last race, things has been going quite strong for him. So he should be happy that we have 2 rounds here, which means he still have a chance to catch, because if not so, this would be it. But he now still have quite a slim chance. Not a big chance, but still a slim chance to just maybe take that championship away. So yeah, passing some traffic, that's Andrew Wong, who had not practiced. But Andrew Wong still, again, consistently gathering points this year, so not an easy thing to do. And I also see on the other monitor that is Paco Chen that is still about 1 second behind Chesterland. Whoa. Andrew Wong, make sure you brake.
Missed the braking a little bit
and
there.
you see the 2 cars here on the 310s from each other. That is Chesterland and Paco Chen. The Chesterland kind of looks like dying the left front. You just read you try to read the body language of the car in front and then see what you can do about it. So again, go on board with Paco Chen. This is the last lap. Yeah, this is the last lap. So actually see a car in front with the hazards on, just some kind of mental, some kind of mental trick.
What's going on here?
Yep, hazards is on, and I think Paco Chen has the high beams on. Everyone doing something. Oh, okay. So I think this is dive. I think this is it.
All right, this is it. Chesterland almost going. Oh well, he didn't manage to go for a dive down the inside, but still good nonetheless. Chester still continues to defend his 5th position. So the other long stretch here before the very fast left-hander, we'll see if Chesterland if Chesterland will continue to defend his position. Yeah, that those hazard lights are quite distracting, to be honest.
Yeah, it is. At the same time, I think Pratama is on his last lap. Oh, we can look at this, I guess. So we have Pratama on the right. I think this is his last lap. It kind of says 26 out of 26. But the fight is here with Chesterlam and Paco Chen. Chesterlam, whoa, I think this is it. No, not quite. Almost, but not quite. So Pratama has won.
Oh, no. Chesterlam has gone wide and dead.
But he's on the green stuff. He's got pass, and then, whoa, I think this is going to be...
Yeah, last time move by
maybe a counter dive by
face.
Chester in the last corner. Paco Chen have seen the coming. Paco see it coming. Paco Chen already sticking. Are we going to try it? No, you're not going to try it. You're going to try it? Really?
Oh, yes, he is.
Well, he took the bait, and then he flew off the track, and then that is it. That is Sparkle Flip Taper in front of No Pace Racing. And then we have Russell Reyes. And, well, Chesterman has a drive through for cutting the track in the last corner. I'm not sure how that penalty will pace out. It might be turned into a time penalty. I'm not sure. Chesterman has got a 30-second penalty to the final time. Chesterman has 30 seconds added to his final time because of him. Yes.
That's a big oof.
A big oof moment. Chester.
I wouldn't want to be Chesterlam right now, man. I think
this is so funny. I'm not sure how that's going to affect the standing because Brandon Wong and Pacon is quite far behind him. So I don't think that's going to affect his standing in Pro Class, but that might affect his standing starting the next race. So it's here, Russell Reyes keeping his chance alive and also Pratama and Moreno. We are again looking at this standing. Russell Reyes 105, Pratama 86, Moreno 79. And Hayward Choi taking his first victory in M class. And then the winners, Moreno here, Pratama and Moreno. Legion races, progress as normal. So, but still, I mean, if they have to catch Russell Reyes in the last race, pretty much you have to get almost a non-finish from Reyes. So let's go to the advertising for a bit, and then we'll come back for more. Well, the advertising actually is something pretty important. We just announced it today. We are working with one of the main dealers in Hong Kong, who is the dealer for Ling & Co, Ford and Mazda, to do a 4-race mini cup series with different cars on different tracks every round. So it's going to be really challenging for all the drivers. We have more details coming soon, but as an outline, we have Invitational Pro Class, which you will see a lot of drivers we know on EPP. And then there's also an open class. The open class is open to all drivers. There is a hot lap pre-qualifying process, which will start mid-May, which is select for us 18 drivers. And then that will join together with the pro drivers all together as a 30-car grid in these 4 races. Now you only see 3 cars here because there's one special round that is kind of really special, and we are not disclosing it right now. But more details will follow next week. Stay close to the social media channel from Fangik Motors, the main organizers. Us. Also, we have a sponsor from Drift Academy, from Camus. We have driving experiences, we have hardware, we have prize money. So there's got to be more to come. There's still more sponsors to be announced. So we are very happy to be bringing you this series, which will run between June and July, and then it will be then ETCC 2024. There's a lot going on this year. So so it's very eager to bring this to all of you, and then thank you everyone for still sticking with us and watching our broadcast. Social media has been crazy this year, non-functional almost. We're still trying to address how we can get to you and then approach you more directly. We're still trying different services, but well, at the moment we can just try to win you over by just giving you a better product, which I think this year has been quite smooth, and thanks to Wei Han, and we can do this together. You take a lot of mental stress away from me just doing everything myself.
Well, thanks for having me still. And already we're moving to the second race here at Buriram. Of course, this is the final race of the night, the final race of the season. And it's also a final opportunity for drivers to do whatever they have to do to move themselves to their desired place in the standings.
Yeah, there's still more to play. Yeah, there's more to play about. And then we have the main difference is Chester Lamb being further down the grid.
Oh,
yeah, but he's still. I think he pretty much did a good job with his qualifying pace. Because his car is actually more heavy than both the Waco's cars. Done a good job, and then also Peter Wong and Paco Chen done a very good job. I think that their race setup is very good. They're actually looking like on pace with Russell Reyes, which is like a huge achievement. And then even the setup in Haywood's hand seemed to work over the long stint. So we're looking at quite good tire integration, good heat management. Very sexy cars from Waco's, I have to say that again. So very yellow cars from the two Lexus. Congratulations for being on the podium, both guys. Yeah, both Lexus on the podium. I think the first time here together on the podium. And then Eric Chang actually out of all the penalties. P4, I think which is a personal best in M class. And then we have here Gary Lin, and then Mustafa, and then Andrew Wong, and Leo Lam. Leo Lam, I think he's not gonna like the last race, but the main thing is he is the champion already. He is the M class driver champion. So his last year as an M class driver, very good memories, hopefully. And then here we have Brandon Wong, another penalty takers, stuck here at that place. And then actually, those two is the last of the runners in this grid, so not a very familiar territory. He should be P2 in the last race until the penalty hits. So just make sure if you run wide, make sure to give it a good lift and make sure you don't gain too much. And then we see here Hong Kong Racing Channel is going to be another our partner again in the Fang Esport Cup, bringing you all the good news and all the very insightful Chinese writings. I think good journalism. So we have still 40 seconds to go. The tarmac is really like pristine. You see all the
yeah, it looks pristine,
very shiny, very very flat.
But something you don't see is the heat on the tarmac at this point.
Yeah. you should see like a
heat haze.
Heat haze, yeah. There's a term for it. I forgot what it is.
I think the term is heat haze, no?
No, there's a more poetic term to it. Yeah. But let's not dwell on it too long. It's a very very magnificent facility really in real life. But it's really hot, and drivers don't really like that usually.
Yes.
So here we're seeing another race start. We're gonna start with the front two cars again, and then here again, very fast, very quick. Like this time, Russell Reyes not. Oh no, he's caught out again. He's caught out again by. Again, it's like a carbon copy. But this time, Chester Lamb is the fastest car. Chester Lamb is P3. Oh my God. Russell Reyes ran wide to the run-ups, and then behind him is just a Haywood choice in front of Russell Reyes. Whoa.
Great start to the race.
So
Great
Reyes,
start. Hey, that's Russell Reyes. Oh, thinking of a move there.
Dive. Haywood choice thinking, just don't touch me. I'm not in this fight. Well, but then he allowed Alex Lee to get a sneak, and then right now Nixon will also get a cheeky pass over Haywood. The cars are side by side in this very fast corner, and then hopefully everyone can come out of it safely. So right now Reyes is quite firmly in P5, and then in front of him is Peter Wong and Chester Lamb, who both have really good pace. And then behind him, Alex Lee is kind of like a mobile chicane, and then that is blocking the cars behind. The Paco Chen is last. Paco Chen has hit somebody, or somebody had hit Paco Chen. Well, so more work to do then.
Yeah, so great start to the second race here at the Chang International Circuit at Buriram. Chester Lam up in third, which was where he was at the start of the previous race. So let's hope that Chester Lam is going to be able to hold on to his position just as well. So he's ahead of Peter Wong, who, Peter Wong climbed the position from 5th up to 4th position. So great job there. Haha, fall for pace not found. Great camera view.
Certainly, there's some pace to be found. I would say half pace racing. Not full pace, half pace. But behind him is Peter Wong. Today, Peter Wong has the pace definitely. And all the Waco Scars has the right race setup. And then we have Russell Reyes. Okay, so the math. Okay. If we look at the map, Russell Reyes right now is in P5. P5 is 25, 18, 15, 12, and 10 points for Russell Reyes. Moreno Pratama is going to be 25 again, no doubt. And then Moreno will be 18th. What that means is, we're looking at only a 4-point difference in the table. So Russell Reyes don't really have any kind of leeway in terms of like finishing lower than he is right now. And on the hand, we're looking at in terms of the M drivers standing, Alex Lee is first, Haywood is second. So Haywood is gonna be 18 points. And then where is Liu Lang? Liu Lang is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, which is 10 points. And then in third place, Alex Lee. We actually didn't like include Alex Lee in the points, like the short list, because we didn't expect. Oh, I think that's is that a glitch? I think that's a connection glitch, and then hopefully both cars doesn't pick up too much damage. But we'll see. Cheslam actually. Whoa, I think Cheslam has a hot lap setup. I think that's my guess.
Perhaps. Yeah, I think that could explain why, he's able to hold off very well at the start, but after that it does get a bit difficult.
Yeah, and he's like, I think he's like super fast right now. He's like, I've more grip than everyone right now, but at the same time, whoa. I'm not sure
this is exciting
how to commentate
stuff,
this, because Russell Reyes has sneaked past Peter Wong, but I think Peter Wong is playing the smarter game, because this is not the situation you want to be in. You don't want to be like too close in this. Yeah, you want to be.
It's okay if you're the last driver. If you're the driver in the tail end, that's fine. If you're driving in front, then no.
You need some space for you to like react to the stuff in front.
Yeah.
Let's see, Chester Lamb. Russell Reyes made a small mistake, I think. And then Paco Chan. Well, Paco Chan actually has. Peter Wong actually has let Reyes get back past, so he decided he wants that last position. He's not. I think he's not worried about the pace between him and Chester. That's it. So he's gonna play the long game, and then he's gonna wait for it to unfold. And then behind him is actually very interesting. Nixon Law, Alex Lee, Brandon Wong, and then also Gary Lin. They're all fighting kind of in the same area. So that means Russell Reyes right now will be getting 12 points.
Yep, so great battling happening here, even in the M class. Well, the battling up front is just very intense, certainly. Nixon continues to sit in 9th behind Alex and Brandon in 8th and 7th. We do have Haywood, who's made his way into the territory of the pro class, so I think he's able to defend his position much better now.
He's in the pro sandwich, and his car, he looks alright. Actually, the car looks alright, and it's impressive for such a young driver to be just running among these guys. Because I think they're in N class, but you see overall over a season, you see the performance gradually getting better, and usually we see a few M cars in the top 10 overall. That's the most encouraging part. So here we see Russell Reyes 170 points in front of Pratama 111, and then Luis Moreno, and then we have Leo Lam 111, 100 of Hayward Trey with 89. I suspect that Alex Z might have leapfrog Genman in terms of the points, but he's kind of not in the calculation right now. We'll make sure once the race is finished. So here we have Chester Lamb. Chester Lamb, has he got got past his prime hot lap setup phase, and he's like starting to descend into the race phase? Not sure yet. It's only lap 5.
Yeah, so a second race, I think it would seem that drivers are now fighting even more intensely. So certainly great indeed to see drivers fighting more intensely at this point. Paco Chan, unfortunately, down to 14th. I think something must have happened, but still plenty of time to recover.
Have been down there since lap 1, but he has plenty of time to make it up.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, actually, who can we find in terms of... Oh, okay, yes. Might be a good time to look at some other cars that is with us. So we have here Pakon from Thailand with definitely a Mosa wheelbase. Mosa shifter.
I think it's a laptop with Discord by the side.
Oh yeah. Look at Discord. And then he's kind of like hotel AC at home. You see?
Wow. Yeah, I want the AC at home, man.
Yeah. Wow. Strong AC, definitely something that you need living in Thailand.
Dude, yes, the heat is insane there.
The heat is insane. And then who else we have with us today? We also have Sky Alsafa, which is Mustafa. Let's see, Mustafa. Oh, he's not showing us his face, so let's not go there. So on track, he's just been passed by another GTR. So the fight now GTR is those two, and then whoa, watch it, guys.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, those two. Let's see. On the inside line, a touch here, and then you see here, Paco Chan on the inside of both cars.
Oh.
A very
unfortunate touch there.
A very low key cursing. He cursed, but it's very low key. So very gentlemanly complaining.
Yeah. You know, in Taiwan, the curse language is the same as the curse language in Singapore.
I think you gotta say.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's more creative, like in Taiwan. There are many ways to curse. I mean, there's like there are ways that we understand in Chinese, but there are also ways that it's kind of like the indigenous language.
Yeah,
the hybrid both, yeah, and those are the kinds that we don't understand. Also here, Russell Reyes putting a booth on Chester Lamb. Chester Lamb isn't fighting him really, and we have Russell Reyes. That means Russell Reyes is a P3, which means he has again a few more points. So this championship getting more and more clear by the time. 15 points for Russell Reyes, which means he is now 120 points versus 111 from Patama. Still a very good close finish to the season, which we like. And here with Chester Lamb in front of Peter 1 again with the correct setup. In the hunt of Chester Lamb, who is doing a good job really. Although the setup might not be the best one, but his driving has been, I think, mostly fault-free, and his defense is quite sensible.
Whoa. Great intense action there.
Very intense action, and even better action here is Paco Chan. The huge ass GTR in front. Oh, yes. So there's a second gear corner. I think this one it is. Yeah, and then you have got a kind of like a switchback. You got a straight exit to third and then fourth, and then you might have a run to the last corner because actually there's a bit of drop here. This is quite a fast straight. So I think not quite there yet. Almost a good line, a wider line, and then a good, better exit. Mustafa getting a bit wider, not covering his line, and then I think Parker Chang might have it. But then he have to do it in front. Oh, yeah. That's good execution. You have to do it before the entry, unless or else your exit will be compromised. So here, Parker Chan making progress, and then we see behind them those two kind of looking at the chance to get back to Mustafa. And then here, Peter Wong and Chester Lam is again doing their stance. NSX versus Ferrari. Pakon has another drive through for cutting the track. Not learning his lesson from race 1. So in 8 laps, he's managed to cut the track for 3 times.
Yep, drivers making their way down the twisty segment of the Buriram circuit at this point. I think Chester Lam is holding up a bit better this time compared to the previous race. He's now in 4th.
Well, it's only P8. It's only lap 8, so it's quite early to say that. But here we see Haywood. Actually, Haywood has been falling. I think he was in front of Brandon, but then he is now behind, and also Alex Lee and Nixon Lowe are within like visual distance. So something happened with them, but hopefully nothing major. And then we see behind them is Leo Lang. Leo Lang is now P4. P4, which would be, I think, is 12 points for Leo Lang.
Yeah, so a bit of battling there in the M class now between the 2 teammates in the bright yellow Lexus taxi cars. Once again, taking on this tight right-hander hairpin once again.
And see, right now is... You can't really tell whether they're fighting or not, because they shouldn't be fighting, but at the same time, something almost happened when you have both cars in the frame. I've even got to stick with them for a bit, because I'm expecting something to happen. So, looking at the updated table with Haywood in front and then Leo in P4, the M Championship looking at Leo with 113 points versus the Haywood Chase 96. So doing quite a good recovery, almost netting 100 points in this season is doing quite good. So wait. Oh, okay, just a timing glitch. Timing glitch again. So Peter Wong is P5. Yeah, as usual. Nothing has changed. And then we have here Haywood Che finishing this lap, and then behind them, I think there's a gap between him and Alex has gotten slightly larger. Just very slightly, and then still behind them, Leo Leung, I think, is kind of moving towards this too.
Yeah, looking at the standings, I think Russell Reyes is well set for his championship lead as long as he finishes, as long as he maintains his current position or does better. So that could be a good opportunity for Russell Reyes. I think it's probably all set for him. Whereas for Moreno Pratama, he needs to stay in the lead. If not, he might... Well, he can afford to probably drop 1 position.
Okay, something happened. Alex D is now P5 in M. We missed that.
Okay.
Yeah, we just switched the camera for a bit and then we missed that. And then Gary Lin has got another drive-through penalty for track limits. So he's not P4, but he's not going to be P4 for long. So those two is going to get back his position. And then Haywood, Nixon, Leo will be the podium finisher, it seems. Actually, this race is going faster than we thought. I thought they're gonna finish around somewhere like 11:30, but now it's only 10:30, and we're already like almost halfway there. So, well, not long to go until the end of this season. See here, Chester Lam Reyes kind of standing still, and then here Alex. Actually, his pace actually is quite good if you compare his pace to the usual suspects like Gary Lin and then Leo Lang. Leo Lang is in front, pulling away, and then these two are catching by Paco Chan definitely. Paco Chan is definitely catching them, and then those two, I think that's definitely also catching them, but not in a way that is like alarming. Okay, so here Garen on the pits to do his drive-through. And then Mustafa has another drive-through cutting. So everyone getting their share of Mustafa choose to do his drive through right away. I mean, just why waste time? So Gary Lynn now is in the pits, and then he is almost out of pits, not quite yet. And then Andrew Wong has snuck in lucky P6. And here we see finally Alex Lee has been caught by Paco Chan proper. Mustafa is taking his drive through, Gary Lynn is taking his drive through. Pacon is 1 lap down, and then who else is kind of fighting? I think right now is this sport between Alex Lee and Paco Chan, which is for position, but not really because the different classes.
Different classes.
Yeah,
so.
Paco Chan will have to get past him though. Anyway.
Yes. A lot of work that Paco Chan has to do to, I guess, clear 4 cars before he can rejoin. Oh, tried an overtaking move there.
I think it isn't really a try. It's more like Alex Lee has a like very strange line there, and then that puts Paco Chan inside. But then, well, because Paco Chan just right now is studying whatever his advantage is. Usually is out of the corners. So he's gonna set himself of, I guess, a good turn forward help. You see, Lexus here is still very active. Actually, Lexus has been really strong in the United States this year for some reason in IMSA. So a very competitive and natural driving car. Very good in wet. And then we see those two. Actually, those two is quite close behind still. 3 seconds, and then we see Paco Chan going to the outside line and the switchback. I think it's a switchback, or he's gonna stick all the way outside. Well, Alex Lee not giving it really the room to really do a outside pass, but right now we're hitting the favorite corner, our favorite corner, and also Paco Chan's probably best corner.
Okay. Let's see how this goes. Side by side into the fast corner. Is this going to be an overtaking move along the outside? No, it wasn't.
No, just a slight touch. Almost there, but a slight touch is enough to like deter the try. So Alex Lee kind of washing wide there at the apex, but he picked up the power cleanly, and then this is a corner where he kind of is less proficient than Paco Chan, but there's also dirty air for Paco Chan to contend with. The slow corner, wide entry and then tight exit should be the better strategy. You see 2 drivers pretty much equal, and then behind them those two is creeping up just slightly and slightly. Is it a try? Not really. Another lap, another try. A good exit by both cars. Actually, I'm quite impressed by Alex Lee's defense here. His attack is kind of questionable, but yeah, the attack is so-so, but defense is on point.
Yeah, so I think Alex will have quite a hard time to if in trying to regain his lost ground. But okay, an overtaking move attempted along the outside, but okay, I think that's almost worked there. That's almost worked there. Edged out in the along the entry and the mid corner.
Oh no, but Paco Chan had a really bad.
Not, yeah.
He did a bit of a wheel spin on the last part of the exit, and that is enough for Alex Lee to live another day. And then we have another fight that is Andrew Wong and then Gary Lynn. And Gary Lynn should be the more experienced or faster driver here, but it's not that it's not always that straightforward. But at the same time, we look at Peter Chan and Chester Lam in terms of timing, keeping a tap on that. Only this is really close though. We have to watch this. I'm sorry, there's too much going on. Paco Chan and Alex Lee again in this corner. Both cars running a bit wide. And then Andrew Wong has what? No, I think this is timing glitch again. So Paco Chan here, not really finding that overlap still. Ooh, a bit of slide from Paco Chan out of the corner. So better calm down a bit, and then make sure your tires don't get destroyed by all those like slip and sliding. So a bit of slip and slide at the entry by Alex Lee. I think this his brake bar is quite far behind, and then at the same time, Paco Chan, I think there's a good setup for turn 4. Yeah, good setup here. So he has the slipstream, he has the I'm sorry, wrong camera. So here we have Paco Chen. You see him on the outside. We have here on the outside versus Alex Lee. Again, it's gonna run him to the outside. So who is gonna get the exit? Well, Paco Chen this time not really. Yeah, again, the outside doesn't really have the right camber, I think, for the best exit and for the, yeah, and that's why that as long as he keeps trying that, Alex is gonna cover him off. Quite interesting.
Yeah, I think
saying a pro class car fighting an M class car, and then this is actually a lot of work for Paco Chen to contend with.
I think in that aspect, it's a bit difficult for I guess for overtaking moves to be made outside. Although I have to say that this track is reasonably wide, so you can really put a couple of cars side by side and still make it through the corner well. It's just that it gets difficult when you want to make an overtaking move. So Peter Wong continuing in 5th.
We're seeing Chester Lam again with the hazards on, so again that means his tires is dying. Is that a signal? I think that's like a Lewis Hamilton kind of my tires is dying signal, a fixed signal. And then we have still Russell Reyes still there, so they're still looking at the back of Russell Reyes and not really escaping. And Gary Lynn has passed Andrew Ron Popper, and then who else is fighting? I think this gap is between these 3 cars. Those two, I think, is only 1.6 behind Paco Chen. So this group is going to be tightened up nice and tightly quite soon. Another 3-car fight for the, not really for position for Paco Chen, but it's a position between Alex Lee and those two. Gary Clay, Andrew Wong quite easily, and then Eric Chen was never picking up the last places for the M class, and then we see here Pakon Chen is gonna be lapped quite soon. 12 seconds from the leaders are Russell Reyes and then Chester Lam and Peter Wong. Okay. Ooh. Looks like LSC has a quite strange setup for entry. There's a lot of snapping. At the same time, ooh, there's a touch.
Oh, okay.
There's a touch.
Almost touched there.
There's a touch.
Okay.
Definitely, there's a touch.
Yeah, I'm surprised that these cars hold out really well to contact. You don't really lose that much of an aero damage. As compared to, let's say, iRacing, where you just touch a bit and you lose all that aerodynamic effectiveness down the main stretch.
Yeah. The same as ACC, right? As they touch it, the car is pretty much done. So, did I see Peter Wong passing Chester Lam?
Oh.
Yes, it is. That corner, turn 4.
Hey, the hazard light is still on, dude.
Yeah, hazard light is still on, but then we have to watch this fight again. Paco Chen and Alex Lee. Paco Chen has passed Alex Lee here on the last corner. I managed to miss both moves. I have to apologize as a director to all the audience at home. I managed to miss both of it. But yeah, Reyes, Peter Wong, and then Paco Chen, Alex Lee. So Waco's making 2 moves within a short space of time, and then we have those two for some reason pitting. Those is pitting. I don't know for what, but for something. So it's just I guess his late race pace is coming into play. His hot lap setup is very much done. And then we have here, Reyes seems quite secure again. So right now we are looking at Russell Reyes still 117 versus Pratama 111 to Moreno's 97. So here Alex Lee, once Paco Chen moved past, pretty much there's no going back, I think.
Yep, so the battling still ensues, or rather, not exactly battling at this point, but yeah, I think Alex Lee currently in 11th. He's just been passed by Paco Chen, so Paco still has to contend with 3 more M-class cars that he has to perhaps clear if he wants to close out the gap with Brandon Wong up there.
Actually, here quite a surprising fight that is still between Hayward and Nixon. So Nixon has been keeping tabs on Hayward, and then actually managed to stay quite comfortably in front of Leo Lam. So, I mean, has to be so far the best performance from him. So I guess, yeah, the Lexus setup I think also works quite well here. So let's look at Nixon's on board. We're Nixon Law, number 86. Driving quite tidily, I say. The car doesn't really rotate too much, but also doesn't need a lot of correction, so that works over the long stint. It's kind of like a bit conservative on the steering to make sure the tire lasts. So that works. I think it seems I figured out the setup for this car in the very last round of the championship.
Yeah, so certainly of Nixon continuing in second with Haywood. I think we were able to see Haywood, in quite a close distance right there. So yeah, the top 3 cars of the M class within one shot here, which is definitely a nice thing to see.
Yeah, I'm not sure how determined this Lelang is catching the car in front, but seems he doesn't really have to do so. So he's kind of like just, I think, in cruise mode right now. Those Chill, another drive through for cutting. So those Chill, thank you very much. You kind of go through the pit one more time. I definitely had lost count of all the drive-throughs. And Jurong has spun on exit. So the Bentley losing the place to those two, but those two will have to go to the pits quite soon, so he'll get it back. Behind him is Eric Chang, and then Mustafa. I think Mustafa is 4th position, chasing this car in front. So let's take a look at this kind of bottom of the M class battle. I think Mustafa is slightly faster than the cars in front, but at the same time. So those two is taking his pit stop right now. Those two might be coming out quite soon. Yeah, those two is now at the exit of turn 1. So we have this 4-way fight. Hopefully, you should see. Yeah, the GTL coming back, joining the race, snucking in front of Peter Wong. So not very helpful there. So here we see Mustafa in front is Eric Chang, and then the lead cars are coming through. And then let's stick with Reyes, I think, because Reyes is gonna get past all these cars from his perspective. Sadly, we don't have a driver cam for Reyes this round because he's in Sepang. I don't think his internet connection or setup allows him to do so. But yeah, I'm not sure can we get him before interview, but we are right now looking at the points leader and should be champion of Pro Class. Oh, Eric Chen. Very, very hairy there, and that allows Peter Wong to close up the gap quite a bit. And then in front is Mustafa, and then we're looking at Chestland being blocked by Eric Chang, and then we're looking at Mustafa. I think has enough pace to not get in the way just yet. So Reyes showing his nose there, but he's not close enough. But Mustafa should be recognizing the blue flag and then should be lifting. Yes, aligning both the cars through on the straight. No, he's not lifting. He's not lifting enough, I guess. So the next straight, probably he should lift. Really. There is a penalty for ignoring blue flags, and it's not a very forgiving penalty. So Reyes is now going inside, logically. Will Peter Wong follow? Yes, he'll follow in a more conventional racing line. So give up less of the entry, and then again you see Cheslam just tucking in the wrong moment. We still see Moreno faintly in front, and then this lot 8 seconds behind. Oh, I like this shot. I really like this shot. Yeah, see the
great action there.
Yeah, you see the light shining in the camera, and then the car's really running quite flat in this corner. So good setup from these guys. And then Peter Wong, Chester Lamb. Let's look at this actually. Nixon Law is actually catching Haywood. Nixon Law had not won yet. I think Nixon had not won a race yet with us. So
Mm-hmm.
this might be it because Hayward has already won, and he might not be like in the. I mean, he might not fight you like to the bone for the win. Hopefully,
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll see about it. We'll see about
We'll
it.
see about
Let's
it.
see if
Yeah,
the battle
definitely.
ensues from here.
Yeah. Actually, if I'm Hayward, I'll play the game to like just slow the car down so Liu Lang can get closer. Actually, Paco Chen is past Liu Lang, so Liu Lang is gonna let Paco Chen be the pace car. And this really the pace between these cars are actually really close. I don't see Dixon like trying anything like extraordinary to catch up. He's just doing his own line, his own race, and both doing 136. With Hayward slightly slower on 136.7, which is I think that could be better. The front cars are all doing still 134s, so you should be aiming for 136 or 135, I think.
Yeah, so we'll continue to observe this battle that's between Dixon and Haywood. So we'll see how close both of the drivers can get to each other as they make their way around the hairpin and onto the next long stretch here. So Haywood continues to slipstream action here with Nixon and Haywood with each other. Half a second of a gap, I think. No, I think 0.6 of a second. So close. Yeah, quite close.
So Gary Lynn had a moment coming out of the first turn. Oh, okay. Sometimes you hit the apex curve too hard, it will. Andrew won another drive through for cutting. Not gonna change anything in terms of result. We're looking at it. Maybe another win for Haywood or the first win for Nixon. Either way, now that Leolan has decided he's not gonna fight for it, we're definitely looking at this battle. And we only have 4 laps to go to this season, so Russell Reyes, Moreno, Pratama, all these guys secure in the championship standing. Oh, Moreno has a drive through for cutting.
Oh no!
That's gonna be. Well, that's
that guy's fighting for a race championship, man. I think he's going to get quite a big hit there if that were to happen. But 14 seconds of a gap, so let's see if he's able to hold it off. But hey, we've only got 4 laps of racing to go, so well, it's going to be quite tricky. That's going to be quite painful for Moreno Pratama there.
Yeah, I think he's going to lose at least 3 to 4 positions from this. So what that means is Russell Reyes got more points and then Moreno got less. And then we now have Haywood with 25 points and Leolan right now is P3. So Leolan is gonna get 15 points. Which allows us to there's a proper dice between the two, and Nixon really wants it, I think. So we now have a proper dice for the championship points update. Russell Reyes 123, and then Moreno Pratama 111, and then Luis Moreno should be 85 once he taken the drive through. He is now. I'm not sure where he is. P5.
Side-by-side action, contact, and that's Nixon who's going to take the race lead.
I don't think Haywood's gonna take it. You got some like proper M-class tussling, which is on the border of legal and not legal.
But that's all fair as long as they.
A very good one.
Great
outside.
run.
But at the same time, outside line isn't really the best line for this corner, so we're gonna cover it inside. Yes, very smart. So since Haywood's running a bit less downforce, his straight lines with slightly faster, and then got it covered inside, outside. Done and done. Right now, can we expect Paco Chen to come and help his teammate a bit? Because Paco Chen has the Paco Chen never has the pace, and now only like 2 seconds behind. If I'm Haywood, I'm gonna slow down the car behind a bit, and then hopefully ask Paco Chen nicely. Can you help me a bit? And as you see here, from Hayward's perspective, oh, actually trying outside line, that is not gonna move. Very nice, very nice. So here, good exit. We see Park Chan already. Park Chan is there already, and Park Chan is there to help his little teammate.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it seems that they're being sandwiched by two Wackles Racing cars there. So that is I think that's Paco Chan who's over there. Oh, whoa! What was that move? What was that move? That was quite a move there.
There was a feint. I would say a feint in football.
Yeah. So Paco has to be careful right now because yes, he can overtake to clear the traffic in front, but that's a battle for the lead that's happening in front. So Paco has to be careful in making that move. Is he going to sit himself between the two drivers?
Very nice.
It would appear so. Okay.
I would say perfect positioning. Alex Lee done, and then the question right now is whether you do Hayward as well. You choose not to, but it is slightly dangerous to run like behind an M driver. And now we're seeing this. Also, Peter Wong is kind of having a run on Reyes. The gap is definitely closer, much closer than before. And then right now, Park Chan is kind of just keeping a gap to Hayward. So we might be looking at this for a few moments. But only 2 laps to go in this season in EGT 2024. Whoa. Very inventive defending. You can say it's breaking your drive, or you can say it's blocking. It's kind of half-half there. Oh, but then Reyes doesn't have a good exit. Reyes has kind of a choppy exit, and then we are seeing Peter Wong here with the run, and then the slipstream, and then not really the move yet, but it's definitely a good sign that Reyes is kind of falling in terms of performance.
Yeah, I think with that drive-through, it might have affected Russell Reyes quite a fair bit. So, but still, he's still holding off Peter Wong right there in third. Wow, Luis Moreno has dropped to 5th. That, I think something must have happened right there. So anyways, Russell Reyes continues to defend his second place from Peter Wong, so has to keep that up indeed.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with Alex Lee actually. Alex Lee has spun in T1. So that's Alex Lee not done, but compromised, I would say. And then right now we're back to Peter Wong. Last lap, Pratama again, flag, pole to flag. Moreno with a silly mistake with track limits. And then we have these two cars with Pacon in front, Pacon being the traffic. And then Peter Wong, very good exit in turn 1, You see here's on the draft, he's only 3 tenths, having 3 tenths and 2 tenths, now 2 tenths behind.
Right.
Reyes, chose the inside line, and then Peter Wong chose the outside, and then the switchback. You see they pull past the lap car. Good run there, definitely a good run there. But is this enough? Reyes has enough speed to hold it in the inside. Whoa, Peter Wong has a lot less rear wing, I guess. Whoa! Is that outside track limits? Is that protestable? Not sure, but then a spin.
Oh no, that's Russell Reyes who's got it around. That's going to be unfortunate for his race outcome.
And a spin, and that's it. And it's just Lam there.
Just final lap of racing.
Just Lam also there. Just Lam is getting a P4 from Russell Reyes. Whoa, I'm again. I need to check.
Let's see how this goes.
I need to check the championship course. A P5. It's going to be P5 for Russell Reyes.
Side by side between Reyes and Chester Lam. Okay, Russell Reyes takes back third.
Chester Lam is not letting that go. Chester Lam can still get one last run. That's it. That's all. Yeah. That's all he has.
Moreno Pratama, your race winner, with Peter Wong likely to come second, but the heat of the battle is this one going on right here between Russell Reyes and Chester Lam.
Nixon has a drive-through for cutting.
Oh, final corner. Chester
Lam. Okay. So, whoa. So Reyes getting that eventually. And well, that's important because if because if Reyes like drop further down, that might be a championship right now in P3 with 15 points. I'm sure he is 120 versus Pratama's 111 and Moreno 85. So congratulations Pratama for another win, but the championship seems to go towards Russell Reyes after all. And we have Haywood with another win, and then next to know with 30 seconds penalty to the final time for the very silly track limit, and then that means Leo Lang is gonna be P2, and then Leo Lang is gonna be 18 points, which will put him at 119. So congrats to PT1 as well for podium, very well reserved, and then Haywood with 2 wins at this very eventful final double-header races. So final update for the championship: Leo Lang 119 to Haywood's 6. Janman 61 not doing anything this round. I think probably Alexi has leapfrogged him in terms of points. So can we go to... I think we should go to the podium. Just give me a moment.
Right.
There's so much going on this race. So well,
such an intense race indeed.
Yeah, intense race. Podium. We are first looking at, I think, the Pro Class podium, which is Moreno Pratama, number 19. And then, whoa, we have a Waco's car on the podium in Pro Class for the first time, I think, this season. For the first time. Not too late, not too late. And then P3 is our champion, which is Russell Reyes. Yes, so we have it. First, Pratama, and then we have Peter Wong. Peter Wong actually, I think, very impressive this race, both in terms of pace and the racecraft and staying out of trouble. And then Russell Reyes, I would say he's a bit lucky that Moreno has got the penalty. Although he would still won the championship without that mistake from Moreno, but just slightly closer. And Chester Lamb, I think, a very good hot lap setup.
There we go. You can make a hot lap setup work in a race. You just have to know how to make it work.
How to drive it. So we'll go back to this and then fiddle with the M-Class podium. The M-Class podium is slightly more straightforward. That we have our youngest... I don't think it's our youngest winner in history, because Dylan Chen, I think 2 years ago already won a lot, and he was I forgot, he was 12. I think he was 12, and then I think the second youngest winner definitely Haywood. A lot of future for this young man, and then here we also have a very young champion in M class that is in the form of Liu Leng. So 2 workers car on the podium. We have Lexus again on the podium, and then we have Haywood. So Liu Lang Haywood, 1 winning championship, 1 winning a race. We don't seem to have anyone in the room right now. We can have the M class champion. I just asked the M class champion to join us, I think.
I think we could.
Live channel. Hi.
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 Hello.
Congratulations.
Finally.
Yes, finally. Finally. Wasn't the best race actually in race 1.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened this crash. But
did you see what happened?
And I just see the German when I turned in first. Then he hit me. Then I can't control the car. Then then go the inside, then after the car crashed it. My suspension is yellow. So in that moment I think oh dear damn. so I just run a long time to see what happened. Then the German disconnected. Wow.
Do you know why
I don't-
he disconnected?
Maybe Wi-Fi problem. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
Yeah, I didn't see him had a accident afterwards, so I think that's probably a good guess. So Haywood with 2 wins, and then you with the
Yeah.
championship.
Yeah, his pay is very good, but need to more confidence to after the race, I think.
Yeah. So next year it was gonna be 2 of you in ETCC, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as far as I know, you can already test the car for next year.
I tested, but I can't find the best car.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
need
good.
to some time to find.
That means that really no best car. That's the best. That's the best. So congratulations to you, M champion. Also goes for M team champion. And then Russell Reyes is not available right now, but yes, congratulations to Russell Reyes for being the 2024 EGT Pro Class Driver Champion and League of Racers being the team champions. I'll let you go. I'll let you return to your team, and then let's just sum this season up, I think. So
What an exciting season!
I think
It surely
should be.
was.
I think with this kind of like a setup, Pro and M, and then Sprint, it should be interesting. Of course, we're looking at how to improve it. I think a lot of drivers complain that the car is difficult. It can be slightly easier. If you ask nicely, it could be easier. But I think the calendar has been nice, right? The calendar, a good.
Yeah, it
mix
has
of-
been.
Yeah, wide open tracks, street tracks, and actually it makes a lot more sense than the F1 circuit. We start in America and then we move to Okayama and then to Thailand. So it actually makes sense compared to the stupid American, the flyaway races. Not complaining about F1 here, but just say that we are very happy to help you there. This is the end of this season, but the next thing is going to happen so soon. Next week, we're going to know more about what we're doing with Fang Ek Esport Cup. And then after that, in June, we're going to open the sign up for ETCC 2024, and I think the top 3 teams from Pro Class here are all eligible to enter. So if anyone from League of Racers or JMS Phantom, you want to chip in, or you actually want to team up together, because we might see again this kind of races between Southeast Asia, Hong Kong, Macau drivers, young drivers, established drivers together, and hopefully I think some drivers like from Thailand or Philippines, looking at how to make the next step. I hope that ETCC next year is going to be a platform for you to do that, and not just to give alternative, not just GT racing, right? Because we got a lot of Asian GT races, but touring car is not quite there yet. Probably, and I think we might do. Are we doing TCR on Rain Sport soon?
Well, I think I'm not sure the Ren Sport series is going to happen, but if it does happen, I think TCR would probably be the next car that the Adrenaline Impact guys would choose.
I actually test drove the TCRs in Race Sport. Although there's no setup option, so the cars are like very safely set up. I think the basics physics seems right. And
I heard so too. Yeah.
Yeah, and the collision physics seems okay for online like touch and go driving. We only have to sort out the server issue though, the server capacity. That is definitely something that I put down in the questionnaire that I sent us.
Yes.
Server. Yeah, and then also if we can have more freedom in UI, that maybe if we can produce what we can produce here, like live timing tables, live points, that would make a very good, very good watching. But definitely,
Yeah, I
this
think
year,
so too.
yeah, at least at this season we will have ETCC 2024 with all the new cars. If you notice that we have the new Link & Co. Actually, a lot of the we have to give a lot of thanks to Fine Geek because they provide us funding to develop all this. We have the new Link facelift model, which is exclusive to us. We have also the Master 3 TCR, also exclusive to us. We have the new Honda FL5 TCR, also exclusive. And then we also have the facelift Hyundai and all that. So definitely, I think this is only serious in simulating this mode that we can race the latest WTCR cars against each other. Again, we'll start in July, end in November, end in Macau. We might start at Hong Kong. We might start at Hong Kong track, a new version of Hong Kong track, and then we'll end in Macau. And in between, we have another six venue, 8 rounds of really top-notch racing. So if you didn't catch our ETCC broadcast, just look back at the playlist, and ETCC 2022 and 23 has been the top-notch stuff. So again, Weihan, thank you for you being with me here.
Thanks, Jay, for having me along.
Next time we're gonna be Chinese. Next time we're gonna be like Cantonese, proper. And I think we'll have our usual celebrity commentator with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds great.
Sounds great. I think Weihan, you can join us as a spectator and say,
Yay!
I hope your Chinese is good enough to understand everything. But
definitely.
So thank you everyone for tuning in this year. I know this year social media has been crazy, and there's some but you can always watch it on a replay on YouTube in high definition. Thank you for watching, and we're out. Bye-bye.
Bye.